Good evening, members of Spiritual and Cryptid Encounters. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope everybody is doing great. On this Thursday evening, I'm just doing a live here on my live feed just to see how everybody's doing. Uh, and for those that don't know about this group, it's called Spiritual and Cryptid Encounters. We do lives here at nighttime. Me and my cousin Jesse go live on Spiritual and Cryptid Encounters. I'm just trying to have a chit chat here with whoever tunes in or whoever jumps in here on Spiritual and Cryptid Encounters. I'm going live on YouTube just to interact with the audience or with the people that show up. How's everybody doing this evening? I hope everybody's doing great and doing well. Yes, here in Spiritual and Cryptid Encounters, whoever's here, we talk about a lot of topics, the spiritual aspect of things. Look into a lot of things, uh, that you can think of. Uh, it's just I always see the spiritual things of certain, how should I say, there's people that believe in cryptids. There's people that believe in aliens. There's people that believe in many things. But I like bringing the spiritual aspect of things. I like to let me go to the chat here because it's not showing me any comments or nothing. There you go. I'll place the chat on. Um, so if somebody's here commenting, I cannot see your comments right now. I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna go with it. I'm just here to talk to anybody who has any questions for me. Any question, anything that you see. You know, uh, I know I've been getting a lot of rest for some reason. I haven't been as active as I normally am. Uh, as in with my workouts, I just been. I don't know if it's the weather or what it is, but something in the air that's making me not want to do anything. So sometimes you just go with what your body is telling you. Uh, I know last night I got a workout late at night, but that's not how I like to do my workouts. So I'm gonna just take the rest of the week off. Uh, if anybody's here, can you hit me with a thumbs up because I can't see no comments. If anybody's saying anything here on the chat, let me see. I don't see nothing, no comments. Um, but I'm gonna go with it. If people are leaving comments, yeah, I just haven't been feeling. There you go. How you doing, LJ? How you doing, Stephanie Misham? Yeah, I haven't been feeling like doing anything. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older or what, but normally my drive, like to work out and stuff, is there. But it's been about 2 3 weeks, that I haven't had the urge to do my workouts like I normally do, Monday through Friday. Uh, it's like I've been getting a lot of rest, a lot of sleep. I do lives late at night between 11 to 1, 2 in the morning. Last night we went from 10:30 to like around 1:30. Uh, we did a Werewolf Wednesday. I don't know whoever's interested in werewolves, lycanthropes, whatever you want to call them. I have a lot of pictures of things that I've captured from my investigations. When I go out there investigating in the woods, I live in Central Texas. I'm an Army veteran. And I would witness a lot of things out there when we'd be training well, when I was in, it was called Fort Hood. Now it's Fort Cavazos, but I would witness a lot of activity within the wool line, at the edge of the wool lines, and I would witness a lot of activity downrange. When we were going downrange, I was a tanker on the Abrams tank, and we would do our gunneries, and we were going to go downrange to do our a day run or a night run. But in night runs, when we would do the night runs, I would notice activity downrange where we had to call a ceasefire because we would see movement downrange by where the targets are. What was weird about these things that we were see when it's out there, they were pretty tall. They had no heat signature, so that's letting me know that it wasn't something that was in the flesh. How you doing, Bulldog? Uh, Thank you, brother. Uh, got my Wolverine shirt on. I got my caps here. That I'm a veteran. You know, I started doing this because when I left the military. But what I would see out there is this tall, dark shadow figures. They'll be running like in six, and of course, our tanks have thermal capabilities where we could see the hit signature of we lays on a target, right? Whether it's a deer, a coyote, a cat, a possum, a fox, we're going to get a heat signature off of that because we're going to see it through our thermals. But these things that were out there had no heat signature. We would change different pixels and everything just to see if we could catch some kind of heat signature, but it didn't have no heat signature. And they would be moving downrange, in which when we would call up the tower, uh, we would tell them that there's somebody downrange. So tower, the range control has to go downrange. They have to shut the range, then they have to go downrange to make sure because they have sights up there too on the tower. So I'm more than sure they've seen some movement down there. But when they would go down there, there was never nothing there. It was just weird how this activity is out there. Who? Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad Trump is in power right now. Actually, I mean, the past 4 years have been rough for the American people, with the people that had in power. They were doing a lot of crooked things. I just hope that they still bring some of these people to justice. Doesn't matter if they got pardoned by a crooked president, but I'm more than sure it did a lot of other things that they can find them a different way and bring them to justice, especially if you're going against the Geneva Conventions or you're doing things that are not right. I hope they can bring them to justice, and anybody affiliated with them that they might have they might not be guilty here, but they might be guilty somewhere else in a different country that they what we want it to be expedited over there for crimes of their countries. So hopefully, something like that can happen for the people that were in power, just causing no chaos and havoc and confusion uh, to the people, to the regular people, the people that of the two genders, uh, male and female, those that are happily married and have families. I hope that we could see a lot of a change, good change in this country. The number one change will be, in order for everything to work, will be to place Jesus Christ first, God first, God first. You place God first in anything, you cannot go wrong because you're placing Him first. And as you notice, the people that were in power, they're not there no more. They didn't place God first, Jesus Christ. They went against that. So yeah, we're gonna see a lot of changes happening, but it has to be done. regardless of what people say or what their emotions are. Things have to be done a certain way. One thing about combat is you always have to protect your borders. Uh, the reason you have to protect your borders, brothers and sisters, is because you don't want the enemy infiltrating, crossing against the border, getting into your land, and they can cause all kinds of chaos and havoc. Terrorism and etc. Um, the past 4 years, our government, the people that were in power, allowed a lot of people to come through those borders. So there is a lot of enemy within our country right now. Hopefully, they can track them down, and and handle them accordingly. But yes, a lot of enemy has infiltrated our government, our country, because of the people that were in power. So to me, that by itself, that's that's going against our country. Right? That just by that by itself. But I mean, we are land of the free, right? But at the same time, the people that we're bringing here, a lot of evil people, man. I just hope that, well, President Trump is going to take care of things. Sorry to hear that, Cooper. Why did she break up with you, man? Adam Sandler should run for president. Yeah, La Migra's going to be coming for a lot of people. Or what do they say, ISIS? I know he's focused on that, but he needs to focus on, you're going to focus on the people, right? That the people that were in power allowed those things, people to cross over. I mean, the God honest truth. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Bring those people to justice, man. All this other stuff. Yeah, it's important to secure borders. That's the number one thing. But all these people that did wrong within our country to the American citizens, of people in power, that should be brought to justice, man. That should be brought to justice 100%, because if it was you or me doing what they've done, man, we'll be in prison by now, right? Because we're just civilians. Our votes count, right? You know who you voted for. But yeah, they need to bring those, because I've heard the talk from many presidents, the yes we can, uh, let's make America great again. Well, in order for us to make America great again, well, we need to correct the problem of the freaking people that are in power, uh, within the White House, within the Senates, people that are in power that are crooked, that have gone against and done crooked things. They should be brought to justice. That's what I believe. Just don't say let's make a great America great again. Bring the people down too. They should be held accordingly to their actions of the things that they've done. That's what I believe. You know. The American Ranger, yes, brother. What's your channel, man? I'll give you a shout out. But we got the American Ranger here. We got the Bulldog. No, I'm just doing the live off my phone, man, for the algorithm. Yeah, I mean, we seen it too much bullshit happen, man. The past election shouldn't even happen that way. But it seems like to me like they're playing fucking excuse my language. Tag me, I'm next. Tag me, and the people that are getting screwed is the individuals that are within our country. I mean, shit. A lot of homeless, a lot of veterans that are homeless, a lot of homeless out there, that all the money that we're sending somewhere else, they could have used it here in the United States. Just a lot of things that needs to be corrected. I don't want to hear false promises. I want to see action. I want to see some results, something positive. All right, brother. Shout out to the American Ranger. Whoever wants to subscribe to him. Yeah, American Ranger. I normally go live like around 11 o'clock on Spiritual and Cryptid Encounters, and we talk about just about everything dealing with the spiritual aspect of things. I mean, a good topic would be about when that sniper tried to shoot Donald Trump. You know, before that even happened, I remember doing a live a couple of days before that, like 3 days before that incident happened, and I had gotten an image of something happening. Something was going to try to happen to President Trump in the form of as an assassination. So I remember I got the members of my group that we prayed. We prayed for him to be protected. If anybody's trying to do anything to him or try to take his life or not to work, and we called upon the heavenly angels to intervene for him to be protected, and that's exactly what happened. I have the video when that is. If you look at the date of the video, is before that incident happened. But we prayed on my group, Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. Prayer is very important. People don't understand. What do you think? The other people that were in power were too busy trying to get away, take religion, Jesus, and God out of the equation. Because if people don't know how to pray, if people don't know how to have a relationship with them, then how are they even gonna be able to fight a spiritual warfare, which that is amongst us? I have a lot of short reels of these things that I call the DDN, the disembodied demonic Nephilim. That's what I call them. They're amongst us in spirit form, or should I say demonic form. But I call them the disembodied demonic Nephilim. And people don't know who the Nephilim are. The Nephilim were created by the Watchers. The Watchers were the angels that were looking over mankind. They started lusting over the women. They slept with women. The women that they slept with, some became harpies and some became sirens, which created the offspring was the Nephilim, which were the giants that was roaming earth, destroying all of God's creations at one point in time. In the times of Noah, they were eating everything. So that's why the flood was created, to destroy the Nephilim, in which they were destroyed. But since they were part angelic / demons, because the Watchers became demonic because they went against God. So their offspring, the Nephilim, their body was destroyed, but since they were part angelic demon, they roam the earth as demons. Those are the shadow figures that you might see sometimes, or a blur that passes by you. Those are the DDN, disembodied demonic Nephilim, in which they're in spirit form. They do have a lot of capabilities. They can manifest to look like anything beastly. When you think about the cryptids like Bigfoots, werewolves, you name it, they have those abilities to manifest that way because of they're demonic, right? Because of the Watchers. Shane, you see them too, eh? Shout out to the birthday boy. Shout out to Nick. There you go. Shout out to Nick. How you doing, Michelle Delaney? How you doing, Moretto? So yes, they're around. They're amongst us. They're. It's like they have no place to go, right? When they're just their fate was to roam Earth. Since they didn't have a vessel, they roam Earth to find a host. What does that mean? To find a host? That means that they have the abilities to bond people, not just bond people, attach themselves to people, and possess people. They have those abilities. That's why here in Spiritual and Cryptid Encounters, I was talking about always maintain a heavenly love foundation. You have to forgive daily. You can't be angry. Uh, can't give no spiritual openings of anger, hatred, fear, believing in them. We should just know about their existence, but not give them power of belief. And if you have unforgiveness, forgive because they can use that unforgiveness uh, from generation to generation to come after you. So you have to forgive to cut those negative ties, especially if they're using that. They'll use anything in their capability to come up against you. If you have a spiritual opening, they will use it, and they will use it to the best of the abilities to come at you. That's why you have to be spiritually alert and ready at all times because you don't know when you're going to get tested. I've been tested numerous times, brothers and sisters. Like I said, they have many capabilities, but at the same time, we're stronger than them because we have our heavenly Father, we have Jesus Christ. So we have to do a lot of tie binding rebuking them in Jesus Christ's name. That's the only way we can overcome them is through Jesus Christ. I am doing very good, Basilis. Yes, you know how hard it is. I'm a combat veteran. No, I was in the front lines in the battle of Medina Ridge. You know how hard it is to maintain a heavenly love foundation, brothers and sisters. Especially having the skills and the combat experience just to maintain a heavenly love foundation because I know how to handle situations different ways also, but sometimes I just have to at this time is more of me just maintaining my heavenly love foundation because the enemy just waiting for me to mess up or for you to mess up. It's kind of like they're in the north, the south, the east, any direction. They're just waiting, making you move. Especially they know if you do have a heavenly love foundation and a relationship with the Heavenly Father, Jesus Christ, they know. So they're just waiting for you to mess up. They'll test you in many ways. They'll send people to come up against you on purpose, just to see you're going to falter, so they can find this spiritual opening. I think that's one of the reasons that I've been feeling the way I've been feeling because that's what has been happening for a while now, for a couple of years. But I said to myself, from now on, I'll be ignoring people that have been coming at me in a negative way. Ignore them. I have no anger or hatred towards them. I just if they don't want to associate with me in a good way, like a lot of people that tune in here, I don't need them in my life, and I'll just move on forward. And that's what I've been doing. Is rebuilding my heavenly love foundation. So this live is, I'm just doing it before I go live at 11. And 11, if you want to look at some of the goods that I got, I'm talking about the evidence, right? For everything that you say, you have to have some kind of proof, right? So I do have a lot of proof and a lot of evidence of a lot of things that I've captured on video, where they're moving, how they look. They always have like a beastly look. Not all the times, but the majority of the times. I guess the most, it's more of a lycanthrope. I call them, the demonic look, but people say they look like werewolves of some sort. So in that nature, something like that. Sometimes it might look like a Bigfoot. Even though the elders know what a Bigfoot was back in the day, they knew that a Bigfoot corrupted a lot of their people. That's why we got a lot of shapeshifter skinwalkers, because they taught them witchcraft and necromancy. But yes, they're amongst us. They've been amongst us, and they're still here. Uh, I just want to bring awareness to the viewers and to the people that, through my videos and through my pictures, that they're amongst us. That we have to be ready at all times for if there is ever a spiritual warfare. Well, the only way you're going to be able to prepare through a spiritual warfare is doing the works, training daily to be able to react to it automatically. You don't even have to say nothing, something sometimes. The spirit knows the spirit. You can say it through the mind. You can say, I tie, bind, and rebuke you in Jesus Christ's name with your mind without even saying nothing. We have those capabilities. The spirit knows the spirit. How you doing, brother Law? I'm just here trying to associate with hopefully some new subscribers. Working on the algorithm before I go live tonight. Just chit chatting with the viewers here. We got somebody here that wants to shave their armpits. Number 42 wants to shave their armpits. I don't know. I don't know if he's a female or I don't know if he's a male. I don't know. He says he wants to shave his armpits. I am doing fine. So, in this doing podcasts or doing videos, it's a dog dog world, because you got people that like you, and then you got people that dislike you, that come real disrespectful. I'm not going to give power to those people anymore. And of course, I can boot out this person here, but I'm going to allow him to stay in here. I'm going to allow him to stay in. Um, yeah. If you whoever the person is, if you really have family, man, if you have children, you have a mother, a father, brothers and sisters, I would suggest to take this, what I'm speaking about, to heart, because this, you're gonna have to be spiritual ready, not just for yourself, but for your brothers and sisters, your family, your mother, your father. Whenever this, which is already here, but when it develops even further in a bigger picture, you have to be spiritual ready. You have to train your vessel, your body, your spirit. You have to train it through a heavenly love foundation, which the Heavenly Father will bless you if you forgive or ask for forgiveness. He will bless you with the spiritual gifts of discernment. They're going to be, it's going to be able to assist you accordingly to whatever the threat is around you spiritually. Yes, Brother Law, I can see you. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying. I mean, if I was a person that didn't care, I wouldn't give 2 cents about the people that come up against me in a negative way. I wouldn't care. But that's not how I am. I do care. I do have love in my heart. When you have love in the heart, you care about everybody, even the a-holes, even the people that don't take life seriously. They like to troll. You got to care about humanity. That's what we're supposed to do, and we're supposed to forgive also. It's kind of like, how do we expect the Heavenly Father to forgive us for our sins if we can forgive people here in this reality? We have to forgive in order to maintain our heavenly love foundation. Forgiveness is very important. Forgiveness is part of love. And that's when you forgive, you find peace, right? Peace. And you got peace and a heavenly love foundation. Yes. Yeah, I got in this for Christmas. The Wolverine used to be when I was in the military. It's one of the characters comic book that I would get was Wolverine. I remember I used to get them for about 99 cents or $1 a comic book. All the movies that are coming out that've been coming out, I used to have those comic books back in the day. Yeah, you gotta be careful what you believe, giving power to, man, brothers and sisters. You gotta be very careful what you're giving power to. I know that there's other people doing lies right now, but you know what? I gotta do for myself. You know, just like people do for others. Well, I'm doing for myself. I gotta do for myself. And that's why I'm doing the live right now. Try to get the algorithm going for my YouTube channel and see if we get some new subscribers. That's why I'm doing this. Oh yeah, I used to have a lot of them, and they're little plastic with a cardboard. I had a box. I would keep them in a box. I give them to my brother. I had those hologram cards and everything, like with Gambit and the X-Men, all kinds of stuff. I gave it to my brother when I came back to Fort Hood, and because my brother moved up here, and he gave them to a nephew of his, and the nephew of his just messed them up, ripped them all apart, man. If I knew that he was going to do that, I would have never given them away. I would have kept them. I had one where he had Wolverine uh, slicing the cover. I think it's the one where he sticks his claws into the Hulk. Yeah, man. I should have never gave him up, but I gave him to my little bro, figuring maybe he can take care of him. Show him some a little bit of responsibility. But he's a principal now, my little brother. So you're listening, little brother. If you ever run into a collection of comic books, remember me. Remember the collection I gave you. It was worth a lot of moolah. It probably would be worth a lot of moolah right now if you would have kept them. Awesome. That's awesome, Law. We got somebody here coming in here being disrespectful. Laters. Said I wasn't going to kick nobody out, but he's the first one. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to do for myself. I'm done of if if I want to do a show during the day, I'll do a show during the day. If I want to do a show between 7 to 10, I'll do a show between 7 to 10. I'm not going to be hiding anymore. Not that I was hiding from anybody. I was just being courteous to people. But I noticed that what I was going through and I was being targeted, really nobody was saying nothing in my favor. Nobody was really there by me. So screw it. I'm gonna do shows whenever I want to do it. I don't have a time slot. I'm gonna do the shows when I want to do them. Uh, Whether people like it or not, I don't care. I'm gonna do them. I'm gonna do them when I want to do them. Yeah, I always think about everybody else, but now it's time for me to think for myself, man. It's like sometimes doing the videos late at night, it could be kind of exhausting, right? I mean, I do get some views, but not as many views that I can go if I were to do a live through YouTube off my phone. But at the same time, the reason I haven't been doing lives on YouTube is because of the trolls. They come in here disrespectful, so I have to boot them out, in which it would interrupt of whatever I'm speaking of. Oh no, I used to collect a lot of comic books back in the day. I think it was like 19 when I started collecting. My uncle used to have a comic book store, and he would always bring me his comic books so I could read them. I would read them and give them back to him and stuff like that when I was a kid. Yes. Is there any questions anybody would like to ask me that I can give you some feedback? Said we'll be going live at 11. How you doing, Walks with Bear? How you doing? Yeah, nobody sat here, man. I don't know. It's like I feel like I'm missing something. You know, just be taking it easy. I guess it's the weather. This weather. I'm letting my hair grow out and stuff. First time in a very long time. Got the beard going crazy. I know it's just sometimes you just feel like the things that I've done for my country. It's like I'm just being me. Doing great. Walks with Bear. Doing great. Yeah, Wolverine used to be one of my favorite, but I used to collect them all, man. All the comics. Well, mainly Marvel. I think I might have had a couple of DC, but mainly Marvel. The in Germany they had a section where they would bring all the comic books in, and then when I got a full hood, there was a lot of comic book stores down Rancier, which is out the East Gate. They had a lot of comic book stores there, so I'll collect all kinds of comic books. Or I would order the comic books ahead of time before they even came out. So every time I would go, they would already have it ready for me. Say, Save, have you? Yes, I have. Oh yeah, the old show, the black and white one. I used to watch it too. All the shows from back in the day. Um, They had well, Batman and Robin back in the day. That was a good one. Uh, and then they had Wonder Woman. They had a little episode of the Green Lantern. I mean, the Hornet, the Green Hornet, with Bruce Lee. That's what I would tune into it just to watch Bruce Lee. Yeah, Bruce Lee was like uh, my childhood hero was Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee would be number one, and then after that would probably be Muhammad Ali. But Bruce Lee was number one. They used to have a lot of black and white shows that were comics. They even I remember watching Flash Gordon. I remember Flash Gordon. That was a old show too. That was black and white. How you doing, Russia? I think I know one word in Russia. It was a Russian exchange student that came, and I asked her, "What does FUCK mean?" And she said, "Niet." That's what she said. That's what it meant. Niet. Whether she was telling me the truth or not, I don't know. I do know a little bit of German, just the basics, like Guten Morgen, Einzelles Weißen Bitte, because that was my first duty station. We had to take like a 2 week course of signs and a little bit of language and numbers and stuff like that. Be courteous to the German people, and just the basics. How you doing, Sister Annette? How you doing, Knobs? So yes, I'm just trying to see how many people here. It's like it feels like to me that YouTube kind of got me secluded. I'm here just to see if I see any different people, and I've seen a couple of people that showed up, but I don't know. It seemed like they were, I don't know, not real profiles, but they might be. I don't know. Uh, that's why I'm doing the live here. Of course, the regulars always show up here. How you doing, Randy? But I'll figure it out eventually. Yeah. I think that they took away that when I used to go lives here, that I would be able to place my location of where I live, and it doesn't allow me to do that. So I don't know what's going on with the YouTube. It's kind of like I got targeted, so my group wouldn't grow. You know, guess every time I would make a video, people would just put in complaints, even though the video is okay. No, yeah, sometimes I would talk mess to certain people. They're coming up against me, but like I said before at the beginning of the show, I'm just focused on doing spiritual and cryptid encounters. That's going to be my main focus. I'm not going to worry about those other people anymore. Uh, Not that I cared. I don't got time for that. I just got to stay focused on what I want to do. How you doing, Joanne? Trying to see what a topic of tonight is going to be on the show. I mean, yesterday's show was Werewolf Wednesday. Now we're Thursday today. I don't know what topic. I'll figure something out. But I like doing these little pre-shows just to try to get a couple of new subscribers and just chit chat with the audience. Yeah, it's just I haven't been up to do a lot of things. But I'm thinking after I finish this live, I'm gonna do my workout just to try to get self motivated, man. But I think it's the weather. The weather is making me feel a certain way. That's what I'm thinking. When it gets cold, everybody wants to just get some rest, lay in bed. But I do have health conditions, so I'm thinking they might be. I can't say what health conditions I got, but that might be a reason I might be feeling the same way, or maybe just I'm getting old. Maybe I need to trim my whites so I can feel better. Letting the hair grow. How you doing, cowboy? I'll be doing great. Yeah, there's always people that they say this and this, of the pictures and videos. I've I remember I had an open invitation to take anybody that would want to go to Elms Grove. I'll take them to where I experience the things that I experienced. The only thing about that is that I don't want to be held responsible if something does happen to the individuals that I take there, because it's hot and heavy in activity. I think there's only one couple that I took there, Herschel and Sister Priscilla. They had seen the show. This was in Haunted Season 3, Episode 2, and they want me to take them there. So I told my wife, hey, I got some people that want me to take them there, and we took them. During the day. I didn't take them during the night. Right? So I left them in the woods, in the area of the path where I encountered the six. They got on their knees because they said they heard movement, right? This is what they told me. When they came out of the path, they said they got on their knees because they were hearing movement around them. And they said they literally heard something running around them in circles around them. They got up and they walked out of there and came out. She had some Palo Santo. She lit up the Palo Santo, started burning it. And by the tree, you could see a tall one, a DDN, peeking from beside the tree, looking at us. And then it went into the tree, because they're in DDN manifestation. To me, it kind of looked like a big, the face, the way it looked, it kind of looked like a, man, I just can't explain it, if I were to say caterpillar, the face of a caterpillar or a, man, something in that nature. It was just huge, a huge face looking at us. It was a color white face. But I haven't been back with people there. I had made a video called "The Return to Elms Grove," but I haven't been back there. But this past couple of days, something's been trying to lure me back there because I can sense it. I can feel it. When it cross paths with something. But I just pray, type and rebuke it, and I just stay focused on me just being here. So they won't have, when you hear things of that nature trying to affect you in your mind, you type and rebuke it. Because if you don't, then it's going to take some authority over you. So if you having a certain thought or a certain image just being shown to you, type binary rebuke it in Jesus Christ's name. Send it away. If it's not your image, but you're sensing it because you're cross paths with something, then that's exactly what it is. So type binary rebuke it in Jesus Christ's name. Kind of like a caterpillar face, yeah. It had a black body with a white face, and you could see some black around it, the like this, and the face was like white. He just looked freaked out, man, and it was as tall as an oak tree. It was looking down at us. That's how tall it was. That where we were standing, it was looking down at us with it had like a smile on his face. It was massive. Uh, if I could set up a camera there or something, there's people that said they have certain equipment. They said that they can do. They're doing investigations. Hey, there's an open challenge there. Whoever wants to go, man. If you got the equipment and stuff, maybe we can capture something. There's a couple of areas that I wanted to go investigate there. One would be the underground. There's some mounds with stairs that go down into the ground. I've never been down in those stairs. Would be one of the areas I would investigate. That I'm thinking that if something does exist, is going into those mounds. They're the big manholes that go down into the ground, and those manholes run all through the creek. So I'm thinking there's something there. I know there's tunnels or what. There will be a place I would like to investigate because I believe I've seen something go inside one of those manholes. There'll be one of the locations. The other location will be the sewer system. In Texas, the sewer systems or the underneath the streets. There's a certain one that I would want to go investigate because I heard movement down there. But there is wildcats, cougars, so I just have to be careful. I'm not walking into a den, right? But in order for me to do that, I don't think I would go by myself. I would take some, at least to have somebody with me just in case something happened. Yeah, that sucker had to be, man. Because when she was burning the Palo Santo, I seen it looking at us. It was tall as a tree, and it was looking down at us. He had a smile on his face. And as I seen it and he seen me, he just went behind the tree. It moved right behind the tree, but then it was gone. Yeah. And there's another area. There's a couple of areas I want to go investigate in there. There's another area where I found a den of dead animals. Uh, the people within the park and outside the park and the neighborhoods were missing dogs and cats. They had posters of missing dogs and missing cats. Well, I think I found them. All the missing dogs and missing cats. It was a den I had found out there in the open field. There was nothing but dead carcasses of animals, of dogs, cats, some big dogs that even had their what do you call it, their leash on them still, you know, something. And when I looked in this area, it was a big radius of about, I would say, 50 feet radius, 60 feet radius of nothing but dead animals. When I seen that and we were in the middle of that, me and my son, because we're nature trail walking, I told my son, let's get out here. And we walked slowly just to make sure, because I believe that whatever killed those animals was nearby. You know, the whatever it was that killed those animals, but there was nothing but dead carcasses everywhere. Just the hides and the bone structures of the cats and dogs, different sizes. It was pretty crazy what I witnessed. They were scattered everywhere, just in the open. Bodies of dead animals everywhere. Yeah, I know. Watch with the bear. That's why I never. That was. I never went back there. To that area, but there's another area. I think something's there. I think there might be like a tunnel or underground cave or a cave system or something. It's on the other side of Elms Grove by the creek. There's something there where I witnessed something that was looking at me while I was fishing with my son. You know, the sun was setting and I seen him walk from the grass to the side of the creek and he was looking at us. You know, when people talk about the grass man, well, that's like how he kind of looked. You would say somebody in full camo with strings hanging, like the strings hanging, but it was in full camo. It was something that was made of Mother Nature itself. What was hanging from it was like seemed like straw and branches or whatever it was, but it was looking at me. I said, "Son, reel in your reel. Let's get out. Let's go home." When I started walking with my son, then it walked back into the woods. It was like letting me know to get out of there. You know, my son was too small. I didn't want him to see it, what I was seeing. So we just walked home, and we got there before the sunset. You know, a lot of locations that there in Elms Grove that I know is most likely a hot spot or a lot of hot spots. This thing that I seen was there in Elms Grove is a creek. I believe that area, all that area, to my understanding, even the where the embark is, the golf course, the airport that's nearby where I live or where I used to live, that's native Indian burial ground. That's what I was told, which it will make a lot of sense how these things look. They have many capabilities to manifest and different manifestations. Well, it looked like it was made out of like you know how bamboo would look, or maybe like dried leaves. But it was real tall. It was big, and it didn't look like a human. It didn't look like a shadow, but it looked like it was created of Mother Nature itself. Most likely, the natives call them the ones. The ones were created from uh, when the natives would form a circle when they were going to die off of other natives. Right, the family was going to die. So instead of them dying off the enemy's hands, the head of the household will form a circle with his family members. He go slice everybody's wrist, and he will slice his wrist at the end, and they will hold hands, and they're bled out uh, as in human sacrifice. But while they were doing this, they were summoning something. Um, when the sun rises after this blood sacrifice or ritual, In the morning when the sun rises, the one, that's what they call it, the one would rise from the center of the circle where the blood of the spilled blood, where the one is kind of like a demigod of some sort. Uh, it's dark in nature, uh, like a shadow, but he has the capabilities to manifest of the elements of Mother Nature itself. So that's what the capability of the one is. I don't know if anybody's ever heard this. I've heard of this from when I was doing some investigations. I heard it from a story of a U.S. CAF soldier that will work with the local natives. They're called the Tonkawans. Uh, he was saying the Tonkawans were cannibalistic. That they had captured a Cherokee, and he wanted to go because he was wanted. Right, the Tonkawans, the local natives, were like their scouts. They were good trackers. So they had captured the Cherokee native, and when he wanted to go look for him, uh, they found the the Cherokee dead, and the Cherokee was being cannibalized by the Tonkawans. The Tonkawans were called dirty Indians, but they were cannibalistic. So when you think about cannibalistic, right? You know there's shapeshifters and skinwalkers already, but since they're cannibalistic, then you got the Wendigo because they cannibalized. So there's a lot of that kind of activity here in Central Texas of the Wendigo shapeshifter skinwalker activity. A lot of activity like that. Thank you, Forest Girl. I'm going to wear this tonight when I do the show. I'm going live at 11 with cousin Jesse. I'm just chit chatting with you, man. I'm just going with the flow. So sometimes in Elms Grove, I will see a little native girl. When I walk down the path, I could see her walking beside me. Sometimes I could see her by the swing sets. Sometimes I would see her by the picnic table. It's like she would follow me around. Sometimes I would hear the native little girl walking around my house like she's playing. But I started noticing that I don't think it was really a native girl because of the time frame when that was happening was 3 in the morning. So I started not giving the power of belief that it was a spirit of a girl. So I would go into prayer and I would say for whatever's outside my home to leave. Just imagine you're asleep and you wake up and you hear children laughing by your window. And I'm like, what the hell? And I look at the watch or at the clock and it says 3 in the morning. And then you can continue to hear somebody going around your house like they're playing, little kids. And you know nobody's gonna be out there at no 3 in the morning, late at night. So I'll do the sign of the cross, and I'll go outside. I'll do it. I'll say, "I got to protect my home." I go outside to go investigate, and I'll go around my home, but I couldn't find nothing. I could never find the little boy, little girl that was going around my home playing at 3 in the morning. But I think it would just lure me to come outside, in which I began not to. Every time I would hear him from then on, I wouldn't go outside. But what would happen is they start banging, boom, boom, on the walls, my mobile home, poundings, like loud poundings, bah, bah. They'll throw big old rocks. Rocks were being thrown at my mobile home. So I was like, I wouldn't go outside, right? I wouldn't go outside. So then in the morning, when I would go look, there'll be rocks, big rocks. You see the tents on the mobile home? This what we'll find was the rocks that were being thrown, and there'll be dents all over, all the on the very top of the mobile home, where something was pounding on the walls. Maybe I'll talk about it. That'll be a good topic for tonight. Talk in depth, like really in depth, of the things that would happen there in Elms Grove. But in saying that, brothers and sisters, if you all like this, tune in tonight at 11 o'clock. We're going to come back live here on YouTube, but it's going to be on Restream. If you want to join the chat, subscribe here on YouTube. And you're more than welcome to join the chat on Restream. We'll be going live at 11, me and cousin Jesse. If you like the conversations or the topics that I'm bringing to you, we'll have a lot more to share with y'all. Alrighty, brother Law. Yeah, tune in tonight at 11 o'clock. Man, it's just sometimes when I think about this, it just comes to me naturally because, when you experience it, it's going to be first in nature. You're going to remember everything play by play, But in saying that, thank you all for the likes. If somebody subscribed, thank you for the new subscribers. In saying that, I'll see you at 11 o'clock off Restream. The live will be here on YouTube, but it's going to be off of Restream. You can comment on YouTube also, or you can join the Restream and join the chat there. Thank you all. See y'all later tonight at 11 p.m. Central Time. Thank you for tuning in. God bless y'all. Love, light, and blessings to every one of y'all. And always remember that you're never alone. If things are going crazy around you spiritually, call upon Jesus Christ. He will come and assist you spiritually to whatever you're going through. And saying that, I'll see y'all later. Peace.